Welcome back. We're here with Etchy for a post-game celebratory interview. Now that he has gone from not having a time to first place. But before that, the prize pool has gone up thanks to some very kind donations. We're now at about an $1,800 prize pool split amongst all the runners. So that's just every time that happens, the event gets a little bit more exciting. So thanks to everyone who's contributed. Etchy,
Yes, hi.
congrats on
Thank you.
not having bad luck and having good luck instead.
I still had some bad luck there. But,
Sure, but in the
I had
grand
good luck where it
compared to
mattered.
before,
So,
yeah, compared to before.
Yeah, true. I actually
Congrats
got a
on winning
Rhyhorn.
a Rhyhorn.
You need to stop saying Rhydon. You have a problem.
He's got you there. He's got you there, May.
They're the same.
Should I just like summarize the run really quick?
Yes.
Yeah, like what were your big positives and also big RNG negatives? Because that's
Yeah,
what we really want to know.
I would say the start was pretty mediocre, honestly. I made a kind of questionable, but I still think it's probably the right decision in the situation where there's a glowing Rattata on my first. So I needed a Bellsprout still, and when I went out to Route 2, there was a glowing Rattata and no Bellsprout. So I just went for the glowing Rattata for the free XP because I figured one, I always like glowing Rattata because Raticate's a really good catch in mid game anyway because it gives like 1,000 EXP. And then also you get extra early game EXP from the glowing Rattata. And also, if you catch it before Bellsprout, then Bellsprout doesn't gain levels, right? But there was no Bellsprout, so I had to do an extra respawn for Bellsprout. So that was
No.
kind of slow.
Yeah.
But it was also a glowing Bellsprout, so my XP was great until I got to Mount Moon, and then it was less great. And then I was like one centimeter short of level 15, so I ended up catching a Clefable that broke out, which sucked.
Before I forget, I hate to interrupt. Quick thing for production. You put Etchy's PB as his time, which is kind to Etchy, but it is better than Etchy's time in the event so far.
Only Catanese can match his PB, not me. Sorry. I wish I could have matched my
True.
PB. It was close.
3:03:15.
Yeah. I mean, I can retime it, but yeah. Pretty sure it's right.
I mean, you're fine, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Cerulean was pretty good. Nothing really to note there. Oh yeah, this was a naughty, mischievous Eevee. That ended up being a huge factor in Hideout, and I'll go into that later. But Route 6 was okay. I didn't get a Jigglypuff.
That means of our Eevees that made it all the way, most of them were naughty.
And we're naughty.
3 out of 4,
yeah.
because I don't know what Caternese's one was.
Yeah, but Etiquette's just been taking only naughty Eevees up to this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Etchy, just can you summarize how beautiful it is to even see a Rhyhorn in Rock Tunnel? Because that has been the bane of your existence recently.
I was convinced that I was just gonna have to go through without it because it was literally the last thing that spawned in Rock Tunnel for me. And I don't know, like for those who saw the run right before this one, I got to Rock Tunnel and then nothing spawned at all. So I had I still needed Machop, Zubat, Graveler, and Rhyhorn, and I had one trainer left in Rock Tunnel.
Oh gosh.
I don't think people, know how many people realize just how much time you lose, even if you don't get a Rhyhorn until the end of Rock Tunnel too.
Yeah, if I got it in the first room, this would have saved me a ton of time.
It would have saved you, if you got it in the first, the big room even, it would have saved you 15 seconds, roughly.
No, I haven't seen all of your resets today, but obviously you were one of the last ones. I mean, you were one of the last ones to have a time on the board. So, I mean, how bad were those resets? I mean, because I didn't see them all.
Mostly, a lot of nature resets for sure, but I got a runnable U the first run of the day, and that run died immediately. And then it took me a while to get another one. I kept getting naive EVs, which all sucked and wouldn't get attack EVs at all. It was kind of annoying, and I was starting to get a little bit of fatigued. But then I saw this Eevee, and I was like, all right, I'm awake now. I'm ready.
This is the run.
Yes.
You were correct.
When I got to Hideout too, I realized that I was on track for 78 attack at level 28-ish. Which means I can just do the double edge strat, but with headbutt. So that's what I ended up doing for Hideout, and that ended up helping me a lot because I had a really bad Hideout. I got I got Confuse Hurt Self and Put to Sleep by Hypno. I also went for one controller Eradicate because my attack was really good, and I almost died. He almost killed me. He went for Super Fang and it would have killed me, but he missed. And then I choked a bunch on Poke Flute, so I lost a lot of time there. I wasted 4 Ultra Balls on Ghastly. I picked up all the Ultra Balls this run. And then everything was like really, really good after Poke Flute. Like I got it together, and then Blaine burned me. And then I lost
looked like the run really. It looked like the run really came to you as you just kept grinding through the mid game.
Yeah, it was like a very like up and down mid game. Like Hideout itself had like some really high highs and then some really awful lows, just in that one split.
It's that exact Eevee that can get you the God Hideout, which is I believe that's essentially what Etiquette's current world record is just you just have so much special attack AVs that you're just blitzing through all those fights.
Yeah, I honestly haven't had good enough special attack to do that in like weeks. It's really rare to get that kind of special attack. I just had really high attack, which actually gave me like, oh yeah, there's another weird thing with Hideout too. I got to double headbutt Grimer, which is really rare, but I didn't get turnarounds until Archer. Like I didn't have any turnarounds for Jesse James, which has never happened to me before.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. You should study that, man. Study the friendship.
You are the friendship master.
I think that there's room for optimization on lowering the number of turnarounds we get before Jesse James or during the starter section of the run. That's something I want to look into because
super surprised because like I even used extra X items. You know, I just thought I would have gotten it, but I just didn't.
Because if we can get away, if there's a way to avoid that, like that would actually probably be super.
Yeah,
super nice.
60 seconds would be nice.
Yeah.
Anything else noteworthy this run?
Well, I have a question for your future, which would be for tomorrow. Yes. Now that you got the 303.15, I mean, how aggressive are you going to play on Sunday?
It's still just going to be. I mean, like even my mindset's kind of been the same since the start. Was just world record attempts the whole way. And that's what this was until, until Blaine, and then it just became a PB attempt, which I'm okay with. So yeah, the mindset's still just like, if a run can PB, keep going. Otherwise reset. If someone beats the 303.15, which I think will happen probably today, then I can kind of shift that mindset. But at this point, like, if someone beats a 303.15, I probably have to PB to beat their time, So... just kind of keep.
It's a nice position to be in where you have the best time right now.
Yeah. I'm still gonna be pretty aggressive because I was very close to PB this run until Agatha bench dropped me and pushed me into quick attack range, and then Lance crit me after missing like 4 Hydro Pumps and 2 Hyper Beams. He decided to crit me. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you almost got like a flawless Lance, and then all of a sudden,
like if he just didn't crit that one turn, it would have been.
All of a sudden,
good.
it became a flawed Lance.
Yeah. I got a 4-turn Archer. Pretty good Koga split, honestly. I got like 2 protects.
Your Archer went a lot better than Josh's because you and Josh were literally neck and neck on the screen, even though he had started his run about a minute earlier. But it was really exciting to see you two. I think it was at the Agatha fight. You were synced up to the frame, so we could like compare the pace of your run just versus his current run. And you had caught up big time on Archer 2 because Josh had one of the worst Archer 2s that I've seen. He had poisoned early. He had a risk getting sucker punched on like the last turn, and of course he died. And it was like, okay, well, Etchies was not that bad.
Yeah, I got a pretty normal 4-turn fight, which I'm more than happy with.
How long has it been since you've gotten a 3-turn?
I've never gotten a 3-turn.
Yeah.
This is like my 5th run in like the last week that had the setup for a 3-turn, and that just didn't happen because Cubone sucks.
Dude, I hate that happened to me recently too, where just Cubone's like, no, actually, I'm gonna focus energy this turn. Screw you.
Yeah. Exactly. It's so sad.
Imagine they just made Cubone kill AI.
I know. Well, whatever. Like I feel like he has some form of AI, but not like smart enough AI.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made a bunch of mistakes this run. Hopefully I can improve it. It's not super unbeatable or anything. Just I played really safe with like Ultra Balls and some of my late game strats like Champ. When I realized I couldn't PB, I just played super safe. Actually, I didn't really. I kind of went super safe on Champ. I went for the 10 and 16 range, but I did it with 2 controller, which makes it pretty safe.
So you and Etiquette are the 2 people that we're seeing do the 2 controller Champ. It is slower, right? It's just for safety.
Yeah, it's just for safety. I only did that because I realized I couldn't PB, and it still wouldn't have made a difference between like
A place.
normal. What I usually would do in that situation is use Rapidash.
Yeah.
Because there's not as much lag with it, and you can also just like truck through it a lot safer. But because of my special attack being as high as it was, I went for a +2 Thunderbolt instead, and I just got lucky that it hit the range. If I went like super aggressive YOLO, it still wouldn't have been like if I just did the 1 controller YOLO with +2 Thunderbolt, I still wouldn't have PB'd. So I figured him out as well.
Why does Rapidash have less lag? It has more particle effects. I don't understand.
It's what I suspect is happening. Just to like summarize for those who don't know, when there's been some recent testing that I was doing with 2 controller champ fight stuff, and just 2 controller fights in general, where you sack your second Pokemon, and what happens is like even when that Pokemon is dead, there's still like the normal amount of delay that there would be as if you had a second Pokemon and were inputting moves. It's a lot like the status lag thing, where it's like the game's waiting a certain amount of time, kind of like based on the music, depending on where that's at, to figure out if it should advance and like actually do the turn or not. So it's like super variable, and that's why I can't just like always go for it. But if I have a Meowth, I'm pretty much always gonna go for it, unless it's like the difference between world record pace or not. Because Meowth has Fake Out, which makes the fight mega safe and fast.
The Meowth strat loses what, 2 seconds?
Well, compared to my PB that had a 1 heal, like 1 hyper potion, it lost me 2 seconds, and that's not including the withdrawal time or the Hall of Fame time. Hall of Fame time is like 4 to 5 seconds.
Got it. Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah.
But in exchange, you cannot lose the champ fight.
Yeah, you literally can't lose, and it's super like consistent, so it's nice. And you can also like potentially go in with lower than like full HP too, which is potentially save a heal beforehand. But yeah.
Nice. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
GG, man, you did great.
Next time.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Very fun to watch you and Josh on the side by side.
Yeah, I didn't have the stream pulled up because I was actually watching Kitchen Nightmares the whole time.
I love
and then I decided to pull up the stream at the last minute. But so I missed out on all of that, but I'm glad.
Does that like help you focus? Is that part of your
were you watching like the straight up bussin' Kitchen Nightmares?
No, I was just watching full episodes. I just drilling through it.
Wow.
I just like having stuff on while I'm doing Eevee resets, and then sometimes I just keep it on while I'm playing. It just kind of depends.
I respect
I think what
that.
I'll do next time is probably my lectures for my class. Just put that on.
Oh no, that's so sad.
No, it's good. It's multitasking.
It's time optimal, but like it's so sad.
That wouldn't have flied even in my college. It would be like, no, dude, you ain't watching that.
They're pre-recorded, so it's totally fine. It's okay.
Never enough multitasking for a speedrunner.
No,
I'm surprised they didn't show
I know
more
Pulse
because of
tells me
that.
like he watches streams when he speedruns. I'm like, how do you even do that?
I don't understand how people do that. When I try to read chat, I start making horrible mistakes.
I will say the last episode I was watching, there was like a guy in the restaurant that kept yelling, and like he was just yelling nonstop while I was doing like Victory Road, and I was like sweating me. I was like stressing me out. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a break for a bit, and if
You deserve it,
I
man.
can hop on commentary later if needed or if wanted. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break for like an hour or 2 from runs, and then probably go back at it again.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome.
Thank you for hopping on.
Again, yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Isn't Etchy just such a nice guy?
Etchy's great. You guys should go follow all of the runners. They're all great.
They are all fantastic people.
I was planning on trying to get Etchy to play online games with me later today, and now he's like, I'm gonna do comms. So no, I disagree. Betrayal.
Yeah. Well, so
What's going
Lots
on?
of, lots of runs in
Yeah.
the early game right now.
yeah, so we're in
Yeah,
a lot of early game, which is actually kind of interesting because this is a point that we haven't been able to talk about yet. It's the
No.
difference between Eevee
Speak for
and
yourself.
Pikachu. Because, well, I mean, I will speak for myself. Thank you very much. Because we've seen the end game with Starmie, which is obviously all roads end to Starmie. But yeah, Eevee versus Pikachu. Who wants to tackle that question?
I
With
only
the-
know about
with
Pikachu.
the most
so,
or least bias possible.
Yeah. Pikachu good. There you go.
Are you sure?
Pikachu
I was
good.
watching you. I was watching you do runs the other day, Josh, and you were not very excited running Pikachu.
We will
Right.
not talk about the profanity that was going on when I was running this game.
It's really funny because
Consider
that's your
this.
PV video now, and you're gonna have a profanity-laced PV video.
No, that died at champion. No, we're good. It's fine.
Consider this: Eevee may have the number at the top 10 right now, but Pikachu has the next 3, which is a very solid argument for Pikachu in terms of its consistency.
That's a good point.
So
So, what
I
makes
actually
it
don't know-
consistent
And Josh-
then?
Josh
As a
puts out a good
Pikachu
point
runner,
here.
is there a higher ceiling for Pikachu or?
They're the same in terms of like the actual skill that's required for the run. The difference is just the difference is largely about essentially there are some things in the early game that are a lot less of a nightmare, or like that can be less nightmarish on Pikachu. For example, like we one shot that lass in the forest, so you don't have to worry about getting sand attack.
attacks. Yeah.
And we also, you can't get, there's no risk against Rival 1 for losing time there. And we get to check our nature, we get to do stat nature check faster. So you save time there. And then we
and
don't have to worry
Pikachu-
about Metronome. And then we get Oddish, and Oddish is better than Eevee by itself. And like, the
And-
things just sort of just add up over and over again.
Pikachu does do a lot of main tag teaming during its segment of the run, which Eevee does not, like, at all. Like, Eevee's just like, I got this.
Yeah,
but
well,
you
no,
use the Oddish
so-
and you use the Nidoking.
Not as much lately. Eevee has a lot more new, like Josh just said in chat. Eevee has a lot of new strats that have been developed that essentially just take the things from that we do in Pikachu and port them over into Eevee for consistency. That aren't necessarily faster, but like we saw Etiquette do a lot of those. These 2 controller strats that lose a second here or there, but like make it so that you're not gonna run into issues as much. And like Eevee runners will go out of their way to be like, oh well, Pikachu needs the help because it can't get through it on its own. And it's like at the end of the day, we're all using a star to get through the game anyway. So
We are
none
using the star.
of us have any leg to stand on.
So
The real best starter is Starmie.
Yes. Does an absolute best EV time? Is that better than the absolute best Pikachu time, like in an absolute ideal run?
I don't know if we know the answer to that question, to be honest.
I think because the catching is so vital to the structure of the run that it's just impossible to see the differences between those two, because it's not as simple as any other Pokemon run where you're just comparing 2 different mains. Like for example in Plat, it's just like it's either the Chimchar or the Piplup route, and you're kind of comparing, head to head. But because the catches are so volatile, that it's just so hard to see what that top end time could potentially be. So as it stands right now, it just takes these runners throwing down their best attempts, and they're pretty close.
Because I know something with like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, it's a little more cut and dry with Omega Ruby's more consistent, but a perfect run in Alpha Sapphire is better. But to get a perfect run in Alpha Sapphire, you pretty much need to win like the lottery.
A perfect run in Alpha Sapphire doesn't exist.
Yes, exactly. I was just wondering if there's something like that with this, but it sounds like maybe not.
So, I mean, if you look at the world records between the 2 games are 22 seconds apart. So, like, and that, when you think about like that could really just be kind of chalk up to anything. Anything could be that 22-second difference. Yeah, I don't really know, but I have that, like, I don't really know what to say about that.
And
that
th-
essentially
there's
we're
a
just like it's so close between these two games
Yeah.
that
It's
like,
not obvious.
Yeah, like we could do sea golds if we wanted to for each of the games. That would actually be kind of interesting. But I bet when you add up to it, it is so on the level, like on the same level, that it's pretty much the same. However, if you get early Arcanine,
back to
Pikachu
the
is
early
fast-
Arcanine strat.
and you get that optimal early Arcanine, Pikachu's the faster game. I will die on this hill.
There's a good conversation going on in chat right now, and it's about the special moves that the partner Pokemon get. And while yes, you say, as you are the Pika runner and I'm the Eevee runner, that Pika's the better one and you're gonna die on that hill, Eevee gets the better moves. Eevee's special moves offer
Thunderbolt's the
so
best.
much coverage.
Thunderbolt's the best move that either starter gets, though. Josh is right.
And this is true, yeah. And
Because it's
Pikachu
down.
has to lean on just Thunderbolt, which is a great move, especially for Gen 1 purposes. But Eevee can just handle pretty much anything that's thrown at it through sheer force of the special moves.
Yeah, which is why, like, until very recently, you didn't do a lot of 2 controller in the Eevee side, because Eevee just has all that type coverage that you don't have on Pikachu. But now people have figured out that, you know what, maybe the risk you take on for that isn't always worth it. So,
And it's actually this section of the game, Nugget Bridge, where I think Eevee gets the biggest advantage over Pikachu.
wait, why?
Well, Eevee has a move for every single fight, including Rival 2. Because it always looked like Rival 2 was a lot more difficult on Pikachu than it is for Eevee. Because Eevee's just
Rival 2
one
and
shot, one shot.
Rival 2 and Pikachu's easy.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I feel like the only way you die in that is if you don't... Really? Do people think Bridge is rough? I, like, space out for all of Bridge. I feel like we lose, like, 2 turns. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't think it's significant.
You
I
can get
remember Bridge
poisoned.
being
That is
easy.
the thing. You can get poisoned a lot, and that sucks. Oh, I read Razor's messages 3 to 4 times. Here, I'm like, there's no way that is true. 3 to 4 turns fast. Like, 3 turns faster checks out. Optimally, it's, I think, 1 turn. Like, an optimal Pikachu, I think you save 1 turn.
Now,
as an
counter my point. You know, okay, Eevee's a little bit
2
faster
turns,
through this
2
stage of the
turns.
game. Yeah. Where does Pikachu have a big advantage over Eevee?
Where's Pikachu? So
Yeah,
that early
where's
game,
Pikachu have a big-
the early game leading into, like, up to the first Jesse James fight, I personally think is a lot better on Pikachu, because you're resetting earlier, and you are, you're resetting early, or it's later if you check in lab, but that's slow, and then Brock, you get to do the Oddish fight, and the Oddish fight rules. It's the best. You don't have to fight Pikachu as Rival 1, which is great, because a skilled Pikachu will beat any Eevee. You don't have to deal with the last, which is great. Yeah, like what Curvis said, pretty much everything up to Cerulean is going to be better on Pikachu. You don't have to deal with Metronome. That's another really big win. You get
What's the worst metronome anybody's ever seen?
Etchy during Velocity 1 almost got horn drilled,
Oh God!
but it missed.
Ooh.
Joker called it. He
Sheesh.
was like, "You're gonna get horn drilled. Just watch." Then it rolled horn drill, but it missed.
I think I saw that clip. I was just like,
Um,
whoa.
And then you have access to Arcanine, which even not early Arcanine, the early-ish Arcanine that we've been seeing Jim and Cyan do is good, because it's consistent, and you get, or it's a consistent free catch. Well, I mean, you have Vulpix on the other hand, but you have a consistent access to a faster ride poke. So if you're like Etchy and you can't get ride dons half the time, you have a backup.
You said Rhydon again.
Frick. I thought I got that. I was like, I thought I was right
You were
that
so
time.
confident. I'm like,
I thought I was
can't-
right that time. I
I
was like,
can't
no,
let
I
you
said
just
right.
get away with that one.
Let me think of something. Like, the late game is better on Eevee, because you would rather fight a Raichu than a Jolteon.
Yeah.
Pikachu has the if you have a good high special attack, you can 2-turn Jesse James, which is nice.
Yeah, it's right. That seems very rare too. Like even with plus special attack natures, getting that high for those thresholds for the Jesse and James 2 shots doesn't seem very.
It's more about levels,
likely
honestly.
at all. Yeah.
In my experience, or it's like about the experience you've been able to get. In my experience, or if you have a plus special attack nature,
and even in my handful of runs, I've been more likely to be faster than the Arbok, but not have the high enough special attack to get the 2-shot anyways, which was the case in Etiquette's run earlier. So yeah, it's just that high special attack seems crazy. By the way, big props for Headstrong catching a Venonat. Like that's not an easy catch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the benefit for Pikachu does come in that that pre-Cerulean segment, but that pre-Cerulean segment is where you're doing a lot of your resets. And so having a lot of that turbo loaded in the front could be really nice. In my opinion, I would rather be able to get into runs, at least on a mindset sort of standpoint. I'd rather be getting into runs and being able to continue and actually play the game than be resetting on natures longer. Because that's another thing that I actually forgot to mention is that of the 25 possible natures, you can run 17 of them as Pikachu, and you can only run 13 of them as Eevee.
Because speed doesn't matter for
minus
Pikachu.
Speed. It does, technically. A minus speed Pikachu will get outsped by Archer's Golbat, but it does not really matter.
Yeah, and that's very, very minor. And yeah, Eevee cannot handle being a minus speed nature, because then you start getting outsped by not just Kadabra, it's like the Kangaskhan in Mount Moon is like one of the big ones where it's like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I personally am surprised that we don't see sorry. Gorf is right. Minus speed Pikachu does not always get outsped. It can be outsped. I am surprised that Etchy is still running Eevee. I know Etchy says that he thinks Eevee is more fun, but again, you have that Arcanine backup for when you don't get a Rhyhorn. And it's that's huge.
Yeah.
Eevee or Pikachu also has the advantage of being the cooler Diploma route.
Very much so. Now, before you get into that, I just want to say this. We just hit the top of the hour, so we are 8 hours through the first day, and this has been very, very exciting. But I will baton pass quickly over to Sheep for commentary. My stomach's getting a little unsettled here, but just want to say thanks for having me. Big thanks to Jordan behind the scenes, as well as May and Josh. You guys are so awesome to hang out with. This is just so much fun.
Huge.
I know I'm great.
Thank
you, man.
Huge shout out to Jordan for this event together. Feel better, T-Pat.
Yeah, feel better, buddy. You did great.
I should be good to go for my whole shift tomorrow. So
Godspeed.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks again for having me, and good luck to all the runners.
Now we only have 2 3DS main runners here. Oh no! How will we talk about Oras all the time with only 2 of us?
Latias bad. There we go.
Latias bad.
That's all we need to talk about.
I have not gotten a good Latias, like a good Latias in any of my runs in 4 months. But but for 3 of those months I wasn't playing the game. So those are really cool.
Welcome in, Sheep.
Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to T-Pat baton passing me in. I now have all his weather knowledge, so that's gonna be great.
Is that how that works?
I think so.
Well,
I
no,
look
because...
outside and I see it's raining here, so I mean, I think it works.
But think about this. I don't think that's how it works, because when you baton pass, you don't get all their moves. And weather is from moves and abilities. And baton pass doesn't give you that. But
I think
you do get T-Pat's ability, like intelligence and charisma and strength, because those are stats. So you get those.
Yeah, but I think his weather knowledge is set up.
Is it?
It took a few years, but
But you learn a move, and you learn weather knowledge, like rain dance. Like T-Pat learned rain dance in college, and that's why T-Pat does the weather now.
but how can I look outside and see that it's raining? I mean, before I was
Because
confused, like,
it
what's
tells
happening?
you when you look outside, a text box pops up and it says it started raining.
Yeah, but it didn't happen before I swapped in. So I think there's some
point.
I think there's something there.
Yeah, this requires further investigation, I think.
Yeah, let's try it again.
I
Yeah,
also
we-
love T-Pat and ice cream sandwiches, especially the ones where they have like the 2 cookies and then they smoosh them together. Love those. Really good.
I was inspired by Etchy to buy some ice cream sandwiches lately because Etchy's been on an ice cream sandwich kick, and I was like, I want ice cream sandwiches, and I ordered them, and then I forgot that I ordered them, and I left them in the bag, and they all melted. And it was probably
Okay,
the worst
that's
thing that's ever
lame.
happened to me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I just forgot that I bought them, and I was like, well, I'll go put everything in the freezer later. There's nothing perishable. And then I just came back to these ice cream soups. Life is hard.
I might have to run to 7-Eleven and get an ice cream sandwich just because of Etchy.
I have some ice cream bars in the fridge, and I'm probably gonna eat one of those. But I wish I had an ice cream sandwich.
It's not
too.
the same. See, J Ash resetting right now. Not sure what happened. I think he was
Bad. Something. No Oddish. For commentators. Razor, did you join commentary specifically so that you could defend Eevee?
This
Not
is
for that
Eevee
reason.
propaganda.
I mean, do you even need to
No, I
defend Eevee?
originally wanted to jump in for T-Pat, but she beat me to it, and then Jordan's like, you know what? Want to jump in and have 4?
Right. Josh reset specifically for timing reasons, he says, because, yeah, Josh entered Rock's gym and then reset before anything happened, and I was like, I'm assuming that's a timing thing, or you forgot to catch Oddish. Those are the 2 things I can think of.
Oh, man.
Set too slow.
But yes, hello Razor, welcome to this
Hello.
call where we talk about the metaphysics of Pokemon. Apparently, that's our new thing.
I thought this
Right.
is the Latias therapy circle.
It is also the Latias therapy circle. Right, with T-Pat gone, we only have Alpha Sapphire runners here now. So we can just
Yeah,
commiserate
sorry, I
over...
don't run that yet.
Yet?
Yet?
You saw...
Yet?
You watched us
You don't
play
use
this...
that word yet. You
You
are going to not hear the
watched
end
us-
of it from May and I for the next 7 months. Wow.
I cannot believe you watched us play that game and you were like, yeah, I gotta get myself in on
Yeah,
that.
I want some of
Let's
that.
go.
But now with
I want a
O-Powers,
piece of that Lottie.
No, I gave up on O-Powers.
No, I'll only do it on... So I'll run it probably sometime early next year.
That's exciting. Or not,
you're gonna
depending on
run-
your
But I will
definition.
run it... I will only run that on MU because I don't actually have a DS.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is it
Are you
fair
gonna
to-
do? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do Alpha Sapphire? Or you're gonna do Omega Ruby? There's a right answer to this. There's a right answer to this, and it's Omega Ruby.
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
Probably. Probably.
Actually, the
Omega
real
Ruby,
right answer
but
is to
it
do
was
both.
so much better. Like
I
whatever.
just bought a copy of Omega Ruby so I can just be on both leaderboards for the fun of it.
Yup.
Nice.
But yes, the Alpha Sapphires. Look, Alpha Sapphire is my favorite Pokemon game to run. Okay, that is true. It is my favorite Pokemon game to run. But the problem is that in order for it to be my favorite Pokemon game to run, it has to let me run it.
Yeah, imagine that game ever letting you run.
Headstrong getting the trainer skip on the way to Vermilion. Very nice.
Oh yeah, we're talking about Let's Go also. I forgot about that.
This is Pokemon. We can talk about everything.
That's true. It
No.
doesn't say Pokemon Let's Go Speedruns TV. Though
No, it
should.
doesn't.
By the way, chat, if you guys are new to this speedrun, if you guys do have any questions for us, we do have our eyes on chat. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I mean, I'm one of the less knowledgeable in the call, and by that I mean the least knowledgeable about this game. But
Phone lines are
but we're
open.
happy. We are
Give us a
happy
little
to
credit,
answer
man.
your
Come on.
questions. And this is a great beginner speed run if you're looking to get into Pokemon speed runs. This is a great run to start off with, especially if you really like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's quite different from a lot of other Pokemon speed runs, mainly because of the catching route, since you need 50 Pokemon to face Koga. But it's a great way to get into Pokemon speed runs for sure.
So we're being asked, why is Etchy so good at the game? And, you know, I feel like that's a question that you have to ask Etchy.
I think I might take a guess.
What's the
I
name
think
of our caller?
Etchy.
Oh, it's Etchy.
I think
I-
Etchy is the best because he watches Kitchen Nightmares when he speedruns. I think like if I did that, I think I would actually get world record. Like
I
bada bing,
think
bada boom.
I think another important reason is running Eevee instead of Pikachu.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know
thank
what?
you.
You know what? Like, I don't need this. I'm taking time out of my busy day to dunk on Eevee, and then you all defend Eevee, and I just think that's messed up.
I mean, just look at
For as
Eevee.
much- for as
Eevee
much
in this game
crap
is
as
so
I give Pika,
annoying.
It's not that bad.
Now, Swish Eevee, that's a good Eevee.
Hmm.
The Swish Eevee is very, very cute. Ooh, what?
Truth.
Show your work.
I am getting confirmation from a certain HE that I should get an ice cream sandwich. So I will work on that in the next hour or so.
I just ordered an ice cream sandwich, so I'm in on it.
Nice.
Like, I didn't just order an ice cream sandwich, if that wasn't clear. I needed stuff, so I also ordered an ice cream sandwich, but and I may have to go grab that in 15 minutes or something. We'll see. That's the advantage of living in a
So
city.
good right now. It's way too hot. Ugh.
Well, so with Eevee, because I really don't know the Eevee route at all. It does not matter your second Pokemon because Headstrong just has a Psyduck out.
It really doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Wow. I've done one run and it was a true co-op run, so I wasn't really paying attention. Besides just making sure that we were pressing buttons.
You did that. Didn't you do diploma?
He did.
Oh, you don't want to run
I-
of Eevee.
I'm pretty sure I've done Pikachu diploma.
I was like, I thought you were on the leaderboards for Pikachu. What? I've watched you run Pika. What are you talking
No,
about?
Eevee.
I figured
No,
it
no.
out. I am the queen of
with-
listening comprehension. That is me.
So Josh, when you ran it with Etiquette, well, not Etiquette, Elliot, who ran Eevee?
Well, no, it was like literal true co-op.
Oh, co-op. Oh, got you.
That's the only experience I have with Eevee.
I was like, wait.
The reason is
Rewind,
just
you
because I
ran
only
what?
have, I don't have a digital copy. I only have physical, so like, I want to
Mm,
buy a digital copy before I really do runs. But like, money,
That's
I own
fair.
4 copies of Swish and 3 copies of Let's Go, so that would be my 4th. Someday I'll get there, I'm sure.
Probably.
You have 3 copies of Let's Go?
Well, when I say that, I mean physical Pika, digital Pika, physical Eevee, and then like physical sword, physical shield, digital shield. Am I a
That's
hoarder?
like
Maybe.
anyways.
No, I get that. I also
You gotta
enjoy
catch them
a
all.
physical game.
Yes, you do. Gotta give Game Freak all your money, I guess. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that being
I
said,
only-
that shouldn't stop
only
you.
own- Sorry.
If you're watching this and you hear me say I'm not running Eevee because I don't own digital, like that shouldn't stop you from running a game, I just happen
No,
to
it
own
should not.
digital already of Pikachu, so why run Eevee for me when I already have Pikachu digital? Even then, I could definitely still do Eevee, but don't let that stop you. If you already have a physical copy of a game, like go for it, And yes,
Yeah.
it is faster just because load times are faster, and more specifically, if it is loaded onto your internal storage on your Switch instead of your SD card, it's even faster.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like 2 or 3 minutes, right? I think. The...
It's somewhere around there. I think we'd started.
It's significant. It's more than a
expecting
minute.
it, but we don't know the exact amount.
but somewhere in that ballpark.
I would imagine, yeah.
The unfortunate thing is that the Switch has 20 something gigs of storage, so
Yeah.
with sword you cannot have like sword and shield.
No.
Oh, Headstrong just hit
Oh,
the left trainer. That's rough
Oh,
because
unfortunate.
I mean, look,
You
hitting
get it
that
on the way
trainer
there.
is not hitting that trainer. You can hit
It's-
that trainer and you can still have a run. It's like 40
Yes, you can.
seconds. It's not the end of the world. You can hit that trainer and you could you could be in third place if you just tied Etchy's run beat for beat the rest of it. Like
it is not that
Etchy's
optional.
run is going to be a
fortunately.
hard one to beat. That's a really, really solid post. Do I think it stands? Probably not. I do believe somebody
yeah.
is going to
I mean,
302.
here's my prediction, and so far none of my predictions have come true. So keep that in mind. I think that's going to be a top 4 time.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I
If
think
not
that's gonna
top
be
3.
a top 4 time.
I predict that Etchy is going to have another ice cream sandwich tonight.
I also
I mean,
think that's true.
yeah, no, top 4. Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Alright.
but what if Etchy beats his own time?
Then
well,
he is going to
I'm-
have 2 ice cream sandwiches tonight.
then we'll just put Etchy as 4th and 1st.
Something like that.
But yeah, Headstrong doesn't have a time yet on the board, so I can really understand like just trying to finish his run still.
Exactly.
If it's on good pace.
Yeah.
I mean,
You want to get
just
you want to get a run on the board.
Wow,
Like,
that
I
is an
don't-
aggressive hero.
You do.
I imagine that her goal right now is just to be on, just have a run, so you're on the board, and tomorrow you can focus on like really grinding out that good run.
Probably true. I would imagine
I'll-
Saiyans gonna do much the same thing tomorrow. Just get a good time on the board.
And then
go.
yeah. So like
But-
I could also, it's possible that at this like Cyan wakes up tomorrow and decides to just go for that good run because maybe he thinks he doesn't have
It's
enough time
possible.
anymore. I'm surprised that Caternies is still doing runs at this point. It's like
Yeah,
what,
that's
2,
insane.
3 in the morning?
At
2, 3 in the
least.
morning?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Dang.
possible in Finland.
He is dedicated and I respect it.
That's
It's
odd.
plus
That's
1 here in the
crazy.
Netherlands. It's plus 1 here in the Netherlands, so he's an hour further even.
Yeah,
Better
yeah,
gamer,
to
true.
2:16 a.m. for us Americans.
Yep.
Caternies playing with Eevee for a second there. That's a manip. It's called cuteness manip, and it loses time.
I like that minute.
But
I
you do
also
win,
like losing time. Have you seen my runs? I'm not complaining.
but you do win the crowd, so that's important in something like
Exactly.
For the
It's
fans.
kind of like, it's like how Formula One has that thing where whoever the crowd likes the most, they get a boost, but it's for the speed running.
Right.
And we just cut off a digit from your time.
Yeah, we'll just cut off a minute automatically.
No,
You're
ju-
fine.
the first digit. 3 hours. Scrap it.
Scrap it.
I like
Wow,
it.
3 minute 15 run. I can't believe you beat Let's Go
Damn.
faster than the
All right.
tasks for Super Mario Bros. Oh boy, 2:16 a.m.
Josh, to be fair, you also start way late compared to most of us.
That is true. 2:16 a.m. is like peak Josh streaming time.
It is.
It's a running joke. I mute a lot of Discord servers, but somehow Josh is just one that hasn't gotten muted yet. And literally every night before like I go to bed, if there's a ping, it is inevitably
It's
from
Josh.
his Discord. And I'm just like, wow, Josh is live doing Alpha Sapphire Torchic at 12:17 at night. Like I want to stream with Josh someday, but I think it's just a myth at this point. So.
Josh and I, when we did our first diploma run, I'm pretty sure I was up till 4 in the morning. And for the record, I fall asleep at like 11 in my advanced age of 26.
I
And
remember that.
oh my god, I died. The
I
second
was
time
like,
we did our
wait, rewind,
diploma,
Maze up? What?
The second time we did our diploma, we did it in person, and that was like that was at my place. So it was on my time schedule, and it went much better. We got a much better time.
Yeah, JS and Etiquette are definitely like EU-friendly streamers.
Yeah.
One early in the morning and one like afternoon.
And then,
Yeah.
but like somehow I have a bunch of like European and like Australian viewer base, and I'm like, how guys? I start stream at like 5:30 at the earliest, Central U.S. time. You all have really worrying sleep habits. I appreciate you, but oh no.
Yeah, that's too late for me.
Happy
That's-
time
yeah.
zone.
I mean, I'm here now, but it's weekend.
This is extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thank you,
May
Jordan.
does have good stream music, I can confirm.
That's shout outs to Limeade Nectar, my in-house composer.
Lime's a
Yeah, like-
legend.
My 18-hour stream. We don't talk about that. Shut up. I woke up to so many Discord pings. I forgot to turn off my stream one night. That's the context here.
Imagine remembering to turn it off.
I played myself by being forgetful. By that I mean misclicking a button because I need to play more OS, I guess.
A friend of mine once forgot to end his stream, and then he started to do his taxes. That was almost very bad.
That's that could be extremely bad.
That's Monka.
That is the
He was
most
like-
advanced self-doxing in that's insane.
He was like away for like 1.5 hours, then came back, didn't notice his stream was still up, didn't look at Discord because he was still in streamer mode.
Like, I do my taxes on my laptop. Don't stream from there.
Right? We
Purpose
have 2 people now
is-
in Route 10.
Yeah, and Headstrong in everyone's favorite part of the run, the part of the run where the Pokemon you need don't show up. Hooray!
Kerberos got a very fast, like, immediately male Nido spawned, and for
That's
Pika, that is
good.
the biggest second poke that they will use through the majority of the run.
I mean, until Josh's late game fell apart, he was on like high 301 pace with Nido Queen.
How do you
Which
do the
is
Nido Queen
crazy.
strats? I don't
The
understand.
Nido Queen
I've never
strats.
used it.
So the notes are just have the Nido Queen strats as well as a backup, and it's essentially just you do some fights that you would do with Nido King as Pikachu, and they're slower.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it loses like 45 seconds ish total, and you means you don't
Not
get
bad.
the advantage of not having to worry about metronome. It means you have to worry about metronome, which sucks.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's that much time loss, but then again, I mean, Nido Queen's not the greatest poke.
Yeah, it's just like it's essentially it's largely doing one controller strats in a lot of cases, which are slower than just using Nido King
Yeah, that's fair.
for Pikachu specifically. It's not like horribly slower in any one specific fight. They just sort of add up over time.
Yeah. Okay, Kerberos backtracks for the
Hit that crab.
grab,
Does anyone
which is
still do
actually
the?
really helpful for a fight in Rock Tunnel.
I was about to ask, does anyone still do the rock tunnel crab strat? 'Cause I feel like most people have stopped doing it.
What do you do now?
You just heal. You just heal after the fight because missing the range on the crab sucks.
Oh, that's fair. So you just use double kick with the Pika.
Yeah.
That sounds
And-
like that Pikachu strat. Eevee doesn't
Huh?
need that. Eevee doesn't need a Krabby too.
Well,
Nope.
you can use the crab, and the advantage to crab is that means you can heal in the fight. But if you
Yes.
miss the range, that means that Pikachu just gets dunked on. You have to heal again. You lose a turn. You don't die usually, I don't think, but you do just waste time. And I know like I kept missing it, and then I think Josh was one who was like, just don't use crab. Crab is bad.
So top end it's faster, but overall it could end up losing you.
It saves you a heal.
Which
Menu.
is fair.
Maybe.
And it's faster to heal in a fight than it is to menu it.
Yes. But you don't even always have to heal. You pretty much always have to heal, but you don't always have to heal. I think. Or at least I pretty much always have to heal. It's possible I just don't take that as risky as some people
That's
do.
fairly typical. Even in Eevee, I'm off. Well, no, Eevee I don't have to because we have what's known as Bouncy Bubble, which automatically heals half.
Which heals you automatically.
Yeah, Eevee's moves are fantastic.
Maybe I'll buy a digital copy of Eevee.
I have a digital copy.
Wait,
of
am I
Eevee.
convincing you? Let's go.
No, maybe
You already
no,
have-
no.
You already have Pikachu. Why would you not just do that?
That is also a convincing point.
Yeah.
Because when he runs a diploma, he would rather not have to deal with 2 birds and
No, the
Dratini.
Pikachu, the Pikachu side diploma is so much more fun. In my opinion.
But Wartab is
Also
a
more
Pikachu
painful.
runner, and Wartab is always right. So
True.
Is he?
yes,
Yeah.
always. Every time I doubt him, he comes through and proves me wrong, and my run dies for some reason.
Wartab is also
I didn't listen to Wartab.
Wartab is also an XY runner, and that's a
And-
questionable just decision in general. So
No, I disagree. That's
and
great.
And an Alpha Sapphire runner, so...
yeah, and an Alpha Sapphire runner.
Actually, that's a fair point.
yeah.
That's
That is
a fair
very fair
point.
Wartab
Maybe that's not a good reason for
notoriously
game
runs
choice.
cursed nonsense.
Wartab,
What
if
do you
you're
mean?
still here, we love you.
Sun Moon.
Yeah, like
Mate, don't you want me to do Pika?
yeah. But I'm just
Wartab
saying
was
that
my
you're-
reason to do Pika.
I'm just saying that your reasoning doesn't check out. I'm just being honest.
Appreciate the honesty. All right, I'm downloading Eevee. Not now, but
No.
someday.
Fool. Yeah, I own Eevee because I used it for one run of Diploma, and I have not played it since.
Moon is a good speed run. Oh my god, can we talk about Gen 7 for 7 seconds? Listen,
Moon is
this is technically
Ready?
Gen 7 actually.
Wait. Ready? Go.
Poplio is so good. You guys should run this game. All moves are 100% accurate. You get to do Torrent, and it's just great, and I love it, and it's colorful.
I,
Can I would like to add one thing to that.
Yes.
Bork.
You guys should all run Moon. It's the most underrated speed run in PSR.
What if I only have a copy of Ultra Moon?
Different story. We need to get enough runners so we could do Pokemon Moon Barrier Blitz. It would be great. I'm telling you. No.
That
Oh.
would be cool. Okay, so I will admit, it is intriguing as a run.
We need to drag
Yeah, what-
Garfin to help me.
Jordan, what's next for this?
Teach me
sure
Moon.
you've
I
already-
literally will. I will pull an all-nighter. I will stream I will jump in call with you at like 12:18 at night and stay up until 7 a.m. That's what it takes to teach someone Moon.
I imagine that
Josh
Jordan's
would
already
too.
started planning the next event, because if I know anything about planning large events, that the first thing you want to do when an event is still in progress is to plan the next one and not take a break. So Jordan, what's the next Barrier Blitz going to be? We get a little
Do you actually,
peek
do you
at that?
actually want to know what the next
Say
one's going to
Moon.
be?
Yeah,
You guys want to know?
yeah.
I
Moon.
mean, it's easy. It's going to be...
Hollow? Wow, I can't believe it's Hollow.
Hollow?
Oh gosh.
Wait,
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hollow would be great.
it's going to be...
Oh, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Could you repeat that?
Oh, sorry, my apologies. It was...
We're still. I think we're having some technical issues. Could you maybe look into that too?
I'm not sure the stream can hear him, but yeah, he
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just happy that Pokemon Moon was brought up at least one time in this. That just made my like.
By
month.
you.
Right?
By you.
By Garf. All right.
Okay.
Listen.
If I had slightly quicker
Yeah.
reactions, I would have muted Josh, by the way. Just if I was slightly quicker on the ball with that, I would have muted Josh for that moon moment. It would have been so much fun.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean,
Technically, this is also a
Jordan-
Gen 7
Oh,
game.
yeah,
so
stream can hear me,
anyway,
by the way, right now. I've just
It is
unmuted myself
actually.
on this end, just so people can hear.
Jordan kept cutting out, so that means we get to fill in the blank and decide for Jordan.
Hollow.
Because if
Hollow is the
I like
next
the idea
Barrier
of
Blitz.
Hollow. If Jordan's left to his own devices, he'll pick Pokemon Dash, so we can't trust him.
Honestly,
I already
a
made
nice
that joke.
compromise would be Pokemon Art Academy.
Pokemon Art Academy? Okay. How about
Yeah.
Channel?
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
No.
Channel?
Better
No, you
Shifu,
Channel 100%? I think that'd be pretty good.
What about a Dumper Urshifu or like whatever?
What about Galarian Star Tournament?
Oh gosh.
Oh god!
A 12 hours per day
Go.
event for an
That's 6
8-hour
hours,
plus
let's
run.
go.
Yeah.
If we want to make
That just
coverage,
sounds like pain.
if we want to make coverage even harder, why not Gen 1 151 glitched?
Ooh.
Oh.
Good luck keeping track of that.
Kangaskhan!
Okay, I like Pokemon Pinball. I like that. I mean, it'll be just Amoeba. That's all it'll be. It'll just be Amoeba.
What about only Alpha Sapphire, so we can just have a parade of Latias misery?
Just watch twitch.tv/Corvin for that.
That's actually the name. That's actually the name. The name of my
Very true.
memoir is a parade of Latias misery. It'll be out.
I can just
next
picture
month.
like 50 Latiases just lined up, all like crying, like just marching.
No,
That sounds
they're all triumphant. They don't know any better. I'm crying.
There's just a bunch of maze behind them, like
What?
literal maze.
a bunch of maze. Oh, the trainer, not me.
Yes, or I
I'm
mean either way. that
solved
works.
it. I figured it out.
So Jordan, what's the next Barrier Blitz?
I mean, we could. How about battleships?
I mean,
How
I
about Apollo?
already said what the
You
next
heard
one
of
is. It's
Apollo?
going to be.
All right, you've done that joke 4 times. It's not funny anymore. You have to just tell us.
Right?
It will always be funny to me.
It's key item I can't believe it's key item randomizer.
It's got to be Kala.
I feel like it's got to be Kala.
Yeah, that means everyone's gonna have to learn Kala.
Gotta be Emerald.
Kala.
Yeah, that sounds rough. I feel like the problem is when you get into anything where I guess nature resets are bad too. I was like, I feel like anytime you get into manips, you run into the problem where somebody might have be on like an off day for hitting manips and just be stuck in lab for an hour.
Yo.
And like the best solution to that is just to do something else for a bit because like, you know what I mean? Just step away. But that's harder to do at a 12-hour marathon sort of thing.
Or you could have the Pulse
I got it.
and JP GDQ where they both get manip right out
True.
the gate.
I got it. White 2 maniplets.
Ooh.
That sounds awful.
It sure does.
Jordan, please veto this, please.
I mean, it
That's
sounds
what
okay.
you like.
Unironically, it sounds a bit better than Colo. Yeah.
If we don't break the record during this one, maybe just run this one back.
True. We could just do another one of these.
You could,
Wait.
and it's a fantastic run.
Wait,
Also,
but
nice Abracat.
What
I
about
was gonna
Diploma?
say
What if we
Abra.
made teams that had Diploma one?
that would be kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yes.
kind of rad. It's the problem is that's a 5.5-hour run, but
And
also
you don't
I've
have to
never
worry
finished
about
a Diploma
resets for
run.
natures.
I've
That's a
never once
lot of
finished a-
Let's Go, though. Listen, I can only like love Let's Go for so long before my body starts to break down. Like, Kala would be
Part of
great.
I've never once finished a Diploma run and not immediately wanted to go lay down for an hour. I don't know
Well-
what it is about Diploma specifically that does that to me, because I've done long other runs and I don't have that quite same effect as me as Diploma does. That's a lot of
outrageous.
Pokemon. That is so many Pokemon. Like,
That
I don't-
is. I know
What's
they
his
got-
catch count.
I know they did
like
they did
I don't
Mount Moon Onyx. That's the only like interesting catch that I saw.
yeah,
Okay,
I
there's
know
that.
she did that. I guess she
But that's
just
the only
caught
one.
everything possible.
Let me.
Give us a screenshot.
I got it.
How do you
Outside of the normal?
On Headstrong stream, there's a Dex.
Oh my god, we could just look at the stream. You all are so smart.
55 clans.
55 plants. So
Yeah, she's missing like she doesn't have Bulbasaur and Charmander, but that's like the only thing.
wait, how did she have so many?
And no Everest.
She's got Pidgey and Pidgeotto. She's got Meowth, Onyx, and
What is
wow,
Meowth
she's
equivalent
already got
to in
Kingler and
Pikachu?
Noctunnel.
Oh,
Holy-
she caught a supersized Graveler or something, and
Yeah, that's
it just
that's
leveled up everything
crazy.
like that's what it was. Everything just instantly evolved. I think is what this is.
holy sh.
Because if she already has
'Cause that's a
Kingler, then
28
have to
Evo.
be what happened. Yeah.
What is Meowth equivalent to in Pikachu?
Meowth is
Meowth?
equivalent to Sandshrew, we'll say.
Yeah,
Either Sandshrew or Mankey.
either or, and then Ekans is equal.
They got
to the other one.
Venonat as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
that's
on-
basically like Sandshrew and
But you got a
Say-
Chansey?
I
no
don't see
Chansey.
Chansey. No Chansey.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, the only extra
Oh
pokes
my
on top of
God.
normal is
And they got Charmander.
Holy-
Jesus.
Wait, did you just get the rare Char?
Yeah, they just
Rare
got the route.
Char!
Holy. This
That's,
catch count is nuts.
I won't lie, I would not go for Charmander here, but I'm going, unless this gets in first ball, I'm going to argue this is in this game.
Oh, I will back that.
Yeah, I don't think this is good.
Definitely
this is
greedy.
Yep.
Definitely greedy.
Yeah. Charmander's great if you need it. Charmander's less great if you have 38 catches on track for 55.
Yeah, just looking at it like from the plant Pokemon, skipping Tentacool and Tentacruel because they're just the worst.
This is why Charmander
I
is the
always skip
mistake.
Tenta if I can.
Yeah.
I don't think... I'm gonna throw out a hot take over here. I don't think Tentacruel is that bad.
And I guess Ninetales because, well, non-uneven.
Just
It is
Silver
bad
Razz
though.
it. If
Surely.
you just Silver Razz it, it's like not ideal. No Char left behind. All right, I'm convinced Kermis is correct.
All Kervis has to say is one thing, and May's like, "Yep, okay, I'm convinced."
Well, I just wasn't thinking of the no Char left behind sort of mindset here. I was in a mindset of, you know,
fair.
being optimal in your speed run. But then I also forgot the law, which is that if Charmander decides to bless your run with its presence, then you have to, if you ignore it, then your run is cursed and you will never PB.
Yeah.
But it is pretty interesting just looking like what's planned and what are you skipping, because so many of these Pokemon are like either free and very fast or you actually need for the run.
Do not ask what Charmander can do for your catch.
Is this run skipping Ghastly?
It
Yeah, you
very
skip- I think
easily
you skip
could.
Ghastly here because you have to get a pony and you have to get the birds, and you're gonna get the 2 free ones. So you and you have to get. This is another reason why I don't think Charmander was a good choice here, but because you're gonna she's gonna get 2 Evos from the Cubone and the Machop.
Yep.
And then you have 8 sort of required ones, we'll say. And then you need 1 more. So in this case, that's Charmander, and you're done. So you skip Ghastly in this situation, I think.
Yeah, you skip
That's
Ghastly.
not
and the
common,
only-
right? Ghastly, I
That's
feel like I would never skip.
extremely rare. Every time
That's
I've ever had a
very
run
rare.
where I didn't get Ghastly, I felt sad because Ghastly is a lot better than some of the other things you got to catch later. The last time I didn't get a Ghastly, I caught a Ditto.
Wow. Where do you?
Nice.
Oh my God, that's Mansion. Wow.
It wasn't great. I wasn't thrilled about
Is
it.
Ditto better to get than Magmar?
No.
Magmar didn't spawn.
Oh.
I would far prefer Magmar. It's an easier catch.
Yes, it is.
And more-
it
and
was
more likely.
bad. It was not good. Anyone know what's going on in the rest of
Yeah,
Gym
our
Freak is on a run. She was
Kirby's
able to
Freak.
get a.
Kirby's looks to be on a really good time again.
That
Yeah.
does not surprise me in the least.
But
Like,
also, when you
actually, like,
consider how many
That's
catches
really
that
good.
Headstrong has,
like Kerberos looks to be like on world record
It's
pace
hard to
right now.
even-
It's early, but it
yeah.
looks really good.
Time doesn't look great on Headstrongs, but the fact that she has this many pokes and literally just has to catch
It's hard to
Pony,
contextualize,
Duo,
like,
and Staryu is insane.
because she's 7.5 minutes behind on her splits. It's like hard to even contextualize, like,
She's 7.5 minutes behind on her Delta.
On her
yes,
Five-
Delta,
five-
but she's
5.5.
7 captures ahead.
Oh yeah, exiting rock tunnel. Yeah.
So by like this is 39 pokes is outrageous. That's 6 more than my PB, and my PB had 33, and that's still high.
Yeah, I mean, 32. But also that being said, 32 exit rock tunnel at 15 minutes is an insanely good early run.
Yes, it is.
Given that that's her PB. Because you gotta remember that like she was either first or second for like up until like a couple months ago. That run was very good, especially in the early game. So like maybe that Delta's not the best thing to compare against here, you know.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Kerberos
Kerberos is on a very good
definitely
pace
on a
here.
Fantastic pace. Etiquette in Route 10.
Etiquette using a repel, so that's how you know things are going great.
Have you guys gone over the repel strats?
I don't know if we mentioned repel trick. Josh skipping over a Sandshrew, which is always a good sign, actually.
That's always
So yeah, if you use a repel, it unspawns all the Pokemon because they don't like it, and then if you use a lure right after that, it makes all the Pokemon come back. So, and the game can only really hold so many Pokemon on screen at once, like 7 or 8. So you can sort of speed up that respawn. Like you can force them all to respawn by using a repel and then using a lure. We call that the repel trick.
Also, why do we use the allure and not? Or have we mentioned that? I don't know.
Yeah, that one we've talked about.
Okay.
That one I've
sure.
explained at
I
least
imagine
twice.
we had.
Yeah, both previous commentator teams have talked about that one.
I figured.
But for people who just joined, lure increases like the chance of Pokemon spawning, and they're 1 level higher than normally is the max level on the route. So that gives a lot extra EXP. For example, in the forest, I'm pretty sure Pokemon can normally spawn there between level 2 and level 6. If you use a lure, they're all level 7. So that just makes a huge difference to like actually get to level 10 before you fight Brock, and yeah, really good.
Yeah, actually increasing the spawn rates in places is so handy.
I personally dislike waiting in my speedruns.
You're not the only one.
That's a hot take, but I'm willing to stand by it.
I wouldn't call it a hot take. I mean, I've waited for
It's a
an
hot
hour for
take.
a 15
That's wild. I would stop doing that and do anything else by that point, I think.
Yeah, that was fun. And
I'm
I'll
not
probably
convinced.
gonna do that again in a week. Yay.
How do you feel about walking up on like Route 9, Route 10 after fighting the Rockets there with Lorelei?
I like that strat. If you don't have repels, repel
Yeah.
is technically faster.
That's what I call it, the poor runner's repel for that reason. Metronome time. Who's ready?
Ooh, metronome fun. I have gotten self-destruct with metronome.
That's not the worst you can get.
It's not until you're bad defense and crit would
Never
have
mind.
killed you.
Nice
good.
flinch.
Flinch good.
Yeah, I had a minus defense when that happened, and crit would have killed, but it didn't crit, thankfully.
Well, I mean, at that point, you can't even be mad, you know? It's just like,
True.
screw it, why not?
Otherwise, it's actually
I mean,
really fast.
did you see Headstrong get the 1 in 24 squared crit?
Yes, I did.
Man. Pokemon sure is something, isn't it?
Pokemon's great, and then sometimes it's not.
Pokemon sure is something. Woo.
There's so much RNG that goes on.
Oh yeah. My Hat and Time Runner friends are like, I don't understand how you can do it. And then Svanis and I are like, neither do we.
That's basically me and my Last of Us speedrunning friends are like, how do you do that?
We're like, there's something going wrong in these old heads of ours because it's somehow okay, and I don't understand it either. And yet, here we are.
Thankfully, this
Goodbye,
is a very
Sizzly Slide.
safe speedrun, generally speaking.
Jim Freak's run died, and I don't know why. I'm going to figure it out.
Oh. Sag. I was looking at Headstrongs, I missed that.
So was I. It was only 15 minutes in, so I believe that shouldn't get naughtish. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Probably.
Yeah, I was looking at like the pace for these runners. Etiquette's like 1 minute behind his world record with like these catches and time entering tunnel. Katarni seems like very close to that as well. For Headstrong
Herb
is
is
really good.
already in hideout, taking out the Hypno with 125. Whew.
Yeah, Kerbis is on a really good pace.
This is a very, very good pace.
And Headstrong, it's just really hard to say with this high catch count. Just not a regular run.
A good idea here, because it looks like mid 130 is where Kerbis got the lift key. I don't know where he splits on that. But there's 5 minutes for that, so it looks like he might actually be ahead of his own PB pace. This is probably a 302.
Yeah, on his stream, his own splits, his lift key split is 130-34 with 37 catches.
With 37?
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my god.
Holy.
I mean, not 40 like Headstrong, but
I've never seen this many pokes entering hideout. That's absurd. And still not that bad of a pace, realistically. This is true, Phoenix. Run is never over until Archer 2. Archer 2 is where good runs go to die.
or if you're etiquette until you hit all your Hydro pumps.
Imagine actually hitting those. Oh, poor etiquette. He's had some fantastic runs.
I mean, all of these are like fantastic runners.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, once again, kudos to all the runners putting up a great show today and tomorrow.
Putting up a fantastic show. Everyone should go follow them. Great people. Good friends.
Like, say what you want about Let's Go, but it is a very cool speed run and very fun to watch at a very high level.
Yeah, it's one of the speedruns and I enjoy watching the most myself.
It's a fun one to watch, for sure.
It's not always cut and dry, like you know what's happening. You really have to sometimes pay a bit more attention, like, oh, what catches are you?
Okay, guys, definitely
This one so good.
check out all those links that are plugged in the chat. Go follow everyone. Everyone here does runs that you guys see on the screen, and go support them. They're doing a great job.
Yes, please. No, the catches is what makes this run so good and so unique, in that every run is going to be different.
There's just so much improv, which is definitely a thing in Pokemon speedruns, but this is like next level improv.
It is. It 100% is, because you have to adjust on the fly.
Even you could just wing it.
You can.
Eventually,
well,
you'll have
but you
you'll have to improv,
You do have to.
or you can just wing it until your run dies.
I have a
Which,
huge announcement to make.
Did you get
That
an
is,
ice
I
cream
have
sandwich?
acquired. Yes, it is. Good.
Oh my
news.
god!
Congrats.
I have acquired
Let's
an ice
go.
cream sandwich.
Let's
GG's.
go.
Great.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
I need to now get me one. It's literally like 100 degrees here. I'm like, it's too hot.
It's almost 2 a.m. here. I think it's like slightly too late.
Barrier
I'll have
Blitz is-
I'll
is
have one
spons-
tomorrow.
Barrier Blitz is sponsored by the concept of ice cream sandwiches. No specific brand.
Oh my god, debating going up to the 7-Eleven up my road. Like, that's literally me. That's
Do
literally me.
it.
They 7-Eleven
Do it.
across the street. I'm off commentary in like 10 minutes. I might literally just. Ooh, do I do dessert before dinner though? That might be a.
I mean, all right. Think about this. It's a trade-off, right?
That's always a better
If you don't
option,
do it,
though.
you don't have an ice cream sandwich. But if you do it, you do have an ice cream sandwich. That's the decision you have to make.
Dude, ice cream sandwich and let's go speedruns. That sounds like kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's living.
That is living.
Show up to
That is
Midwest
living.
Speed Fest and I'll get you one. How's that?
Ooh, that also sounds good. Ooh. Ah. Man.
More reason for you to come.
Elgato's owned by Amazon since when?
Is it really?
No.
No way.
I
Yeah.
thought it was owned by like Razer or something.
No,
Yeah,
it's owned by Corsair. It's owned by Corsair.
Corsair, yeah, Corsair.
Just
that's
say,
it.
Yeah, and I think Corsair is owned by Amazon.
No.
no,
No.
way.
No?
I think
Does
Corsair
is
its
the
own
evil
thing.
empire even bigger than I thought?
I do not see that.
No, there's no way.
I
It's definitely
think
not.
Corsair's its own thing.
Yeah,
It's
given
definitely
that
its own thing.
they tried to do an IPO last year, so
Yeah.
I just control F to Amazon on their wiki page and I don't see anything, so probably not.
oh
Nope.
yeah, they had their IPO last year. They're a publicly traded company. Yeah.
Although, to be fair, Amazon does own a ton.
Yeah, you could tell me that they own anything and I would be like, oh, okay, I believe you.
Right?
I heard they own Twitch. That's just
They-
a little behind the scenes knowledge that I have.
They own ice cream sandwiches.
No, no,
No.
no!
no,
Don't
no.
ruin-
Get out of here.
Don't ruin my simple love for ice
You ruined
cream
everything,
sandwiches.
Sheep. You ruined.
That's why I'm
We're
here.
in this Chavatary chat, and you come and tell us these lies.
Same, Josh. Same.
Ooh, this is a mess. It kind of is melting because they had to deliver it. Actually, Jordan, there's a wrapper for this ice cream sandwich, so that's a big ice cream sandwich, not a giant ice cream sandwich. We were close.
Gordon,
I've
it's
totally
because
lost the
we
plot.
have good taste.
How's the speedrun
I
going?
will have Jordan97 know that if there was a giant ice cream sandwich in my pocket, it would have melted, and I would not like that.
Are we in the
Truth.
pocket of them or are we wrapped up?
Huh? Oh, I like to feel like ice cream sandwich is in the pocket of us.
The real problem is not big ice cream. The real problem is big Pokemon Dash. I'm talking to you, Jordan. Doing your Pokemon Dash
Pokemon
propaganda.
Well, no, Jordan's not part of the Pokemon Dash lobby anymore. Jordan's part of the Wii Sports Resort cycling lobby.
Oh God, that's.
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, you've given up on it?
He's
Okay.
back to he's back to
Okay,
Dash
so I gave up on it
propaganda.
a while ago. It really ruined my elbow.
That's fair. I think it's quite fun Jordan, that you've only picked like bone-ruining games to play.
In my defense,
Pokemon Dash
Sword
is
Shield
awful.
wouldn't be normally bone ruining. I just made it bone ruining.
I mean, also in your defense, like all Nintendo games kind of do that when you speedrun them, and so
Very true.
like my
Very,
experience
very true.
with running any PC game is like, wow, this is real nice. My hands work still.
That's how I feel after The Last of Us, except for the fact that I can't shoot to save my life.
That's why you just run my favorite speedrun, Shenmue, because it has a handbrake in it.
Shenmue.
Have you not seen my Shenmue run attempts?
I've not.
They are.
I have soft locked in that game 5.5 hours in twice.
Everything they
Ow.
runs is amazing, though.
It has a 34-minute segment where you don't have to press any buttons. I highly recommend riveting speedrun. I would play Pokemon Go during it. And where else do you get that?
So in chat, Thunder147 has a question. If one version is faster, wouldn't running the other be a disadvantage for this?
They are close enough at this point. We don't know which is actually faster. The difference between the world records is 22 seconds, which can easily just be chalked up to essentially randomness.
Literally.
So, like, they're comparable in the same way that we think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are comparable enough for races, essentially. Like, Alpha Sapphire has a slower world record, but it's also just because it's a much less consistent run. There's fewer people who run it. Eevee has a slightly better world record. Eevee also has 108 people on its leaderboard, and Pikachu has 46. So, like...
But I would argue that lately Pikachu is way more active.
No, Eevee's been more active, I feel.
Eevee has been.
Eevee is just always the more active game, because Eevee just has more runners, I think.
Well, I
think
mean, it was a
large
time
part
that...
of that is because people tend to like Eevee over Pika. Just as a Pokemon in general.
It was just a very long time where, like, people looked at, like, Etiquette's world record since it's been standing since September 2019. Yes. And they were like, I'm not going to go to Eevee, I'm not going to beat that, I'm going to Pika, which had, like, a 305 world record, which was way more manageable.
Also, Matt brings up a good point. It is more of a sturdy early game because Eevee automatically has a Pokemon advantage on Pika.
The 305 Pikachu record got beat 9 months ago, though.
Yeah, but I mean, still between like 2019.
Yeah. I've seen I just feel like there's been a lot of Eevee play. Like Pikachu kind of tends to have the same the same runners go at it over and over again. Is the way I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna see Josh and Kerbis and Jim and myself. Well, no, Etchy did like 2 days of Pikachu. I went back to Eevee. And that's what I'm saying. Is that
I've done
it's pretty
Pika
much
like once.
Yeah, Pikachu runners run Pikachu, and then everyone else runs Eevee. You know what I mean? I wish there's a way to actually see this sort of this data. I guess I can see as of a month ago. We can see how many runs you've gotten. I'm curious now. I just want to see like full. Let's do since May 1st. Never mind, that didn't do anything. Thank you. Oh, is that just the world record as of... Thank you, speedrun.com. I love you too. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go out and say, as the person who verifies 90% of the Let's Go boards these days, a lot of Eevee runs.
Yes.
People really like that Eevee. Has anyone noticed this?
Pet the Eevee.
Pet the Eevee, yes.
Pet the Eevee. Pet the Poplio. Look, Pokemon Moon. Multiple mentions in this segment. Wow.
Pet your Halucha.
Why am I not surprised, Josh?
Pet the Poplio.
Poplio is a good poke.
It's great in the Pokemon Moon any % speedrun.
Not even the best Gen 7 starter, but I do like it.
Excuse you. Yes,
I'm
it is.
basic, and I like Rowlet because Rowlet is a burb that is also round. That's my 2 favorite types of Pokemon.
You know what? Gen 7 has some of the best starters.
Gen 7 has really good starters. I don't care for Litten.
I mean, fair enough, but like pet the Popplio, you know what I mean? Run
Popplio,
Pokemon Moon, guys.
I do like Popplio a lot.
I mean, can we say that the best Gen 7 starter is Eevee?
No?
No, because
We
it's
can't-
realistically Gen 1.
No, because Rowlet and Popplio still win.
True.
Even if we're having this argument. And Pikachu. Wait a minute. It's in 4th.
Although, to be fair, Gen 1 does still have the best Pokemon.
So, I mean, I guess the best argument against Pikachu is that Pikachu's new design is not as good as Pikachu's old design.
I will agree with that. Pikachu's old design was fantastic.
Yeah, he needs to fatten up a bit.
Yeah. Oh, we've talked about Moon too much, and now we're getting kicked off.
He's like, you're supposed to be talking about
This
Let's
is
Go. What's-
anti-Moon propaganda. We are being silenced.
Banned from Barrier Blitz for Moon crimes.
The Popplio pals will not be silenced. Run Pokemon Moon.
Yeah. go
Alola
ahead.
is great.
Silence me, Jordan.
Everyone play Moon. You will all play Moon and love Moon. Moon is such a fun game. And I'm surprised I haven't been muted yet. Wow.
Again, turn me up again. No, stop. No, don't mute me. I didn't think this through. I forgot how technology works. I just want to make an apology. I got a little bit ahead of myself there, and maybe bit off a little bit more than I could chew in terms of my own megalomania with an M.
May.
Well, this has been great.
Yeah, I've had a really fun time. I think I would say we really lost the plot in this commentary for about the last 40 minutes.
100% agree.
Because there have been multiple times when I forgot that we were supposed to be commenting Let's Go because I got caught up talking about how Rowlet and Popplio were good.
But I got to talk about Alpha Sapphire, Kahlo, and Moon, so I'm happy.
Exactly. Which when Jordan came to us and was like, I need commentators for this. You knew you were a snake before we were snakes before you took us in.
Hey, you know what they call us? Alpha Sapphire Squad, which as an acronym... Oh, wait. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, no. Now we're really
I didn't
bad.
mean it.
Now we're really banned from Barrier
Come on,
Blitz
John.
for 3DS crimes. Oh,
God.
no.
For real, thank you for having me on this. These runners are amazing. They're doing a great job, and seriously, big props to Jordan for doing an amazing job with organizing this. Seriously, well done. And to my fellow commentators, it's been awesome. A lot of fun.
Thank you,
Always a
Jordan,
fun-
again for
always a
having
pleasure,
us.
man.
It's been great
Yeah.
to
Having us.
be
I
here.
will be back tomorrow.
I'll also be back tomorrow.
I will not be back tomorrow.
I transcend one day.
I am going to be with my family because in the States, it is
That is
Father's Day.
fair.
This is true.
That's why I'm commentating in the evening.
That's why I'm commentating,
shout
like,
out-
midday.
Shout outs to our fallen comrade, Thomas Patrick WX, who unfortunately
May-
is sick.
May
Oh
you
my
get
god, we're leaving you guys in good hands. We have Aspect, Joker, and Matt. Wow, this is going to be an all-star squad here.
That is an
They
all-star
might,
squad. Great
they might,
beat.
and hear me out. This is kind of crazy. They might talk about Let's Go, unlike us.
It's not gonna be hard following this up.
The bar is pretty low after this.
Oh yeah, it's below the floor.
You're
yeah.
welcome. You're welcome. We tried our best for you.
This is Let's Go propaganda. Okay, goodbye.